guys, welcome back to OM Gina. I know it has been a good little minute since I put out an episode, but I am back to stay. I promise. I am back to stay. Tonight, actually, I want to talk about, experiences growing up and knowing how to move forward. And when I speak about experiences, I'm talking about the past, the present, and the future. Because if you think about it, like growing up with your family or like with your parents, you got to think about that. At that point in time, it was a different time in life. Where we are now, times have definitely changed. Certain things that you saw or that you learned or what you were taught, to a certain extent, it may not be relevant in today's age. And I'm just speaking about how when you get older, you just have to come to the realization that, of course, we go backwards because it's kind of like, hey, at one point in time, this is all that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all that I was surrounded around. But when you get older, you have a husband or wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You have your own family, and what you learned as it pertains to you may not be for you and your spouse or for the life that you want to provide for you and your children, your family. So like I always talk about, when it comes down to those outsiders trying to speak in, you can't always listen because no one knows how you operate in your household. No one knows how you're trying to raise your family. In instances like that, you have to speak to your spouse. Not even just marriage and relationships and stuff like that. Just real life. Do y'all know it really be people out here that do not have manners? Like, they literally don't have manners. And that's like a trigger for me because it's like, yo, how were you raised? Like, how do you speak the way you do and you think like that's okay? It's crazy. But, let me know if y'all agree with this or not. I saw a post on Facebook and they were talking about how when people have triggers, it is not another person or other people's responsibility to not trigger them. Because what if you're sitting there in the midst of having a conversation or whatever, and whatever you're talking about is to trigger for someone, because that boils back to you. Are you going to put your feelings aside to not speak about something or not do certain things because it's a trigger for someone else? But what if this is the way you are, though? Because that's going to make you look at yourself like, if certain things that I do that turn me into the person that I am, which is a good person though, if that's like a trigger for you, it's kind of like, how do we be around each other? Because what if someone has a trigger about me? Like, yo, like, you're just so extra. You just do too much. You just see the goodness in this world, and that bothers me because I've been through a lot. So am I not supposed to be me because I'm trying to see a bigger picture in this messed up world, and you're just content with where you are in this world and the way this world treats you? It's like, let me not be me and kind of sort of be a normal person so I don't trigger this. Me personally, I agree with that post. In certain instances, I can see where the disagreement may come from, but I agree with it because that means you would have to change you to turn into someone else. And I firmly believe in this. When you sit here and try to portray yourself as someone that you're not just to please someone or like please other people, you're going to lose yourself in the process. That's just going to happen regardless. I don't care how long you've been practicing this act, how long you've been like this. At some point in time, the real you is going to come out, and then that person or other people are going to be like, yo, you changed. No, you didn't. The real you just came out. That's why I agree with that. It is not my responsibility to make sure I don't do this and that if that's like me personally. But I'm saying if it's like a negative aspect, like if you say this, you know what I'm saying, it can be taken as hurtful, or you're bringing up past events or whatever, and you know about it and you continue doing it. Okay. Like that's on you 100%. I'm speaking about like the example I just said, like the way we view certain things in life. A lot of people are not going to view it like that, because all of us been through things in life, like every single last one of us. It may not be as bad as the next person, or barely nothing like the other person, but we all been through something. That's what I be saying when it comes down to, you never know what another person's going through, because you will never understand it. Why? Because you never been through it. Sitting here being a person like, hey, you can vent to me, you can talk to me. I never been through it, but I just want to let you know I'm that person for you. I don't want you to be sitting here sad or feeling like you're alone. I'm going to try and give you, you know what I'm saying, advice on certain things, but I can't tell you how to feel though. If you feel like this, if you're mad right now, if you're hurt right now, honestly, you have to deal with this, because if you don't deal with it, it's just going to be attached to your hip. The older you get, the days, the months, the years, it's never going to go away. That's why when we go through certain things in life, even though as bad as it was, at some point in time we have to accept it, because if we don't accept it, all that hurt that we're feeling from situations or whatever, all we're going to do is put it on the next person. Or, hey, you know what, I don't want to talk to you, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to love you, I'm not trying to get that close to you because somebody hurt me, or I've been in situations like this, I already know it's going to end. That's when that boils back down to, you need to take the time out to get yourself together. All that hurt that you've been through, all those issues that you still have that you haven't been able to sit here and just take the time out and think about it and realize, you know what? Even though that was done to me, I seriously played a part in that. I don't have to talk to this person. I don't have to call these people up or whatever. You have to accept that within yourself. You can apologize to yourself. Maybe you never talk to that person or those people or your family or whatever, never again, and said this. If you choose not to, it would be nice to get it out regardless how they take it. I firmly believe in, if I'm wrong, I'm going to sit here and talk to you. I'm going to sit here and tell you, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody on this earth perfect. Like, you can't find one perfect person that sit here and tell you, I've never done anything. No, you're not real. Keep it real. Also, when it comes down to people speaking about sinning and stuff like that, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. If you're a so-called Christian or whatever, you shouldn't be doing this and that. First of all, I don't got to explain nothing to you. I talk to God on a daily basis, and if he's still keeping me here every night and every day, that has nothing to do with you. You need to focus on yourself. You can't sit here and judge someone based on certain things that you see, because are you showing everything that's wrong with you? Of course not. Why would you do that? Because you know what you got going on is not where it should be. Don't worry about what Gina got going on over here. Don't worry about what anybody else got going on. You need to worry about yourself. That's another problem in society. Like, we sit here and want to do the whole comparison or whatever. Like, okay, he or she acting like this now, but remember 2 years ago when they did this and that? You just said the answer right there. 2 years ago, we ain't there no more. People change, but with that change, a lot of people are not going to accept it. They're going to see you for who you were at that point in life, and you have to come to the understanding that that's okay. If you don't see this change in me and make you look at me different, you know what I'm saying? Or want to talk to me or whatever we had in the past or whatever, losing friends, not in touch with family members or whatever because of so and so, this and that. If you're stuck on that, you stay there. If you're still looking at my past, you stay in my past. You don't need to see the me that I am now after all this hard work, after all this praying, after all this isolation. Isolating yourself, oh my gosh, that is literally the best thing. But getting back on topic, if people do not accept you for who you are now, they don't need to be in your life right now. Wherever they at, they still in the past, leave them in the past. Call it a day. You do not have to sit here and keep explaining yourself and so they could understand. If you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. You never know when the last day is going to be. And I'm not going to spend my last days or whatever trying to make sure that we're still in connection. And no. No. It's too many people out here in this world that actually cares. And you know what I'm saying? They just want to make sure you're okay and you're good. And hey, let's hang out. Don't sit here and try and go back to the past and rekindle all these friendships and relationships and even family members. It's not that serious. Because if you can't see me for me, I don't know what to tell you. My life is going to continue though. I don't wish you no bad blood. We don't have no issues, no none of that. I wish you well in life, but you're not going to keep coming in and out of my life. One day it's a, hey, I thought of you. I remember we used to do this, but remember what you did? As soon as you do that, remember when? I don't want to hear it because I already tried to apologize. I already tried to talk to you. I tried to rekindle this and you decline. That's cool. I'm not about to sit here and beg anyone to be in my life. That's why tonight I wanted to speak about that past, the present, and the future because all three play a part. They really do. Because as always, let me get personal. Like in my past, it's like still to this day, I'm not as shy though, but I was just like so shy. I wanted to be alone and this and that or whatever. Never wanted to do anything. And then it's kind of like presently, I'm getting out of that shyness and it's still there though, because I don't know you like that. I can't give you all of me because what if you don't even rock with me like that? Nah, you ain't trying to play me. But I'm trying to change a lot of things about myself because as I spoke about, y'all already know, to a certain extent, like my mouth can get me in trouble though. So I'm trying to actually take the time out to sit here and listen to people before I start assuming, because I hear the tone in your voice and it's like a trigger for me. It feels like you trying to play me right now. So before you get me, let me get you real quick. No, it's not even like that. You're probably taking it the wrong way. That's why before we do the normal, listening to respond. Actually take the time out, clear your thoughts, because you're not the one talking right now. Take the time out to sit here and fully listen. Even if it helps, because honestly, it helps me before we respond. Before you respond to whatever statement was given to you, you can easily sit here and just be like, so from my understanding, you're talking about da 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 da, whatever. And then that person can be like, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Or no, you got it all wrong because you flipped it. See, get an understanding before you respond. I would say out of 100, I would say I'm like at 50%. We getting there though. But the thing about that though, when you feel yourself going back to that past that you work so hard for, what I tend to do is in that moment when I'm just like, oh no, you messed up, I make it a priority for me to sit here and reach out to the person and be like, yo, I thought about it and I shouldn't have said what I said, or I shouldn't have had that tone when I responded to you. The reason why I did it is because so and so and so. See? That's progress. And progress is from what? Consistency. So we talked about the past and the present. And with this present, it's like, it doesn't even matter the age that you're in, that you're at right now. When it comes down to your future, and well, me personally, I look at it as in the present moment, everything that you're doing right now, everything that you're thinking about, everything that you're in the process of, it's going to grow into your future. It can't go back into your past. It can't do that. It can't go backwards. Trust me, life does not go backwards. Whatever you're going through, life will always move on. It just depends on how you look at it and how you handle it. You can't let life eat you up, though. You can't do that, because if life eats you up and brings you back down after all this hard work that you've been doing, you can get back. Don't get me wrong. No matter what you go through, no matter how many setbacks, how many failures you feel like you have, as long as you have another day here, you can definitely do more. You can do better. Don't let those failures set you back and make you feel like, I can't do this. This isn't for me. I just give up. Do not give up, because you never know how close you are to where you want to be and where you should be in life. That's why you always continue. Always. And because like I said, in this present moment, everything that we're doing right now is for our future. But it's life. Everything's not going to go according to plan, though. You have to sit here. Even if you don't have a plan B and C and D, it's okay. Just take it for what it is and the way you are. Certain things that you've went through, certain things that you've achieved, certain things that you failed at. You take all of that into consideration in your next move. Don't let it make you feel like, I'm done. We gonna call it a wrap. Don't call it a wrap, because that next day could have been the breakthrough. You just can't stop. We just have to keep going. There's, like I always say, I want to see all of us win in life, and we will, but we just don't know when. That's why we keep going until we get it. And I wanted to speak about, you know what I'm saying, when you look back and everything, like wherever you are in life right now, you should look at it as a good thing, because it's like, I remember whatever I'm going through right now, all them years ago or a few months ago or whatever, this would have broke me. It's not breaking me anymore. It still hurts though, but I know how to deal with this and still be able to move on with my life though. We just have to sit here and take certain situations and just look at it as it is what it is though. because you can't make situations change in your favor. Sometimes they don't. It's beautiful when they do, though. You're sitting here, you're thinking about something, you're just like, yes, it's finally moving. But what are you going to do if everything crumbles? This ain't it no more. Now you got to start all over again. It's okay, because when you start over, what do? You move differently. Do not start over again and move in the same way. You're going to end up with the same failure. It is okay to sit here and say, I was wrong. I did that. And this situation or whatever it was totally my fault. No one played a part in it. If I would have did this is where I could be, or this is what I could have had. It's okay. It's okay. And even with situations like that, again, for me personally though, oh my gosh, like manners are like the biggest trigger for me though, because I don't think I would ever understand, but like I just spoke about, some things we will never understand. Sometimes that's inner for those people or for that person. That's something within them inside that they're not dealing with. That's why they react and talk the way that they do, because they haven't healed inside. We can't always take that personally. Somebody's sitting here coming at you crazy, and this is for me. Because me personally, I don't like that. Like, don't try and play me. I got like 3 rules. Like, don't talk to me like I'm a child. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. And don't think that you're my parent. Don't do that. I'm an adult just like you. But I'm starting to look at it in a different way. You got to always, well, no, I'm not even going to say that, because we are living in a world right now. Somebody trying to play you every day. This is going to happen for the rest of life. But how are you going to deal with that, though? You can't always sit here and, you know what I'm saying, want to sit here and curse somebody out, or, you know what, let's fight. I'm not doing that. I got a lot to lose. Ain't nobody fighting you. If you want to sit here and fight me, that means you don't got nothing to lose. Like, absolutely nothing. If you're in that mindset where, you know what, it is what it is, let's just get it done. You know what, why though? You don't have nothing to lose. That blows me as well. But I'm going to save that one for another day. It just boils down to when certain situations happen in life, you just got to handle it differently. If you've been doing the same thing and you've been coming across nothing but failures, do something different. Like I spoke about prior though, I do not believe in the word no when it comes down to me getting my life in order, getting my life where it should be. Because my whole thing is like, I need to stop. But I be sitting here looking at my age and everything, and I'm just like, man, I should be somewhere else right now. But no, if I should have been somewhere else at this age, I would have been there. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing in life is accidental. And that's the mindset that I feel we all need to come to and that we need to have. If you were supposed to be somewhere else, you would be there. I look at that as we weren't ready right now. We still have some more work. We have to grow more. Maybe our patience has to grow more. We just have to be a better person. That's just the gist of it. Because you can't sit here and prey on misery for a person or pray for their downfall or whatever, and then you're sitting here looking to have a blessed life. Life don't work like that, and God don't work like that. You can't sit here and pray on someone for a downfall or whatever they have going on. You're hoping everything fails. You know what? I hope that you're never happy. I hope that business that you're working on fails, or whatever you do in life fails. Like, and then you gonna pray about it. And then you gonna wake up the next morning and pray to God and let him know to let you have a good day and let your ventures come true. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. Because I know for a fact all of us have somebody, or maybe some people that we ain't rocking with, we ain't talking to, we will never speak to, or whatever. That's cool. But what I do faithfully though, I pray on that, and I'm just like, Father God, I no longer speak to these people, or, family, or anyone. Even though we are no longer in contact, I pray for whatever they have going on, whatever that they're working on, even when it boils down to their mindset. I pray that they come to you. They understand that you were the only one to come to, because without you, we wouldn't be here. Without you, we wouldn't grow and have a better mindset every day and get better and try and live like you were. It's really hard though, just trying to be a good person overall, because people be trying to play you. But I just speak on that because praying on somebody's downfall, honestly speaking, that's weak to me. Like, that's weak. You can't sit here and tell me that you're a grown up or you're growing every day and you do things like that just because you ain't messing with nobody, or you ain't talking to nobody, you ain't talking to that family member, you ain't talking to that, you ain't you no longer have that friendship or whatever. It's cool. Everything happens. It's fine. It was supposed to happen at that time. It's okay. But I do not wish bad on anyone. I don't. Because wishing bad on you, what does that truly do for me? That does absolutely nothing for me. Even if, let's just say, 3 years later in life, I'm at the same place where I am right now. I pray to God I'm not, though. But I'm at the same place right now, and these people that I no longer speak to or whatever, they have all of these ventures. What is that doing for me to sit here and be mad and pray about that? That does absolutely nothing. Whatever they have, whatever success that they have going on right now, they probably worked for that. They prayed for that. They did what they had to do to get it done. I cannot fault you for that. I can't. We no longer speak, but that's good for you though. I'm trying to get me together now. And even when it comes down to those people, say one of those people you just, like you have to speak to though. That's internal. You have to talk to yourself. You have to pray about it. You have to take time out to figure out you. Like, what actually happened? Why are we here like this right now? You know what? I'm not ready to speak about it right now, but let me just take some time out or whatever. And because at some point, y'all would just have to speak to each other. Like, you just have to. Like, you just have to. So take the time out to get yourself together. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, it is the best thing you can ever do. Just take time out for you. Because when you find you, you're going to be like, man, that's me. I'm her, or I'm him. And then you're just going to feel so good about yourself. You're just going to have this brightness around you. And, it's just beautiful. It is just beautiful. That's what I be saying. We have to take all three, the past, the present, and the future. Even though the future, we don't know, how our future is going to be. But that's why now it's very important to make sure we're going to mess up. Whatever mistakes that we do make, it's okay. Just know what we did and don't do it again. Just do better. But we're always going to fail though. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're always going to fail at new adventures. Sometimes we don't, and that's a blessing. But when we do, just don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Things happen in life. It's okay. It wouldn't be life if it didn't. That's why, for our future, we need to make sure that, number one, we have our mindset right. We have to be there. If we have a future, we have to make sure we're okay, though. You can't sit here and still be messed up or dealing with that hurt and trying to create a future for yourself. You haven't even found you again. That person that you used to be in the past, that person is long and gone. You don't even think like that. Things don't even bother you like that. So don't bring that person with you. You cannot bring that person that you broke from, that you grew from, with you in your future. You can remember what happened though, but do not bring that person with you. So, as always, you guys, I hope this episode helped someone out there just to give you motivation. And as always, it was a pleasure speaking to you guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.